Some of fashion's hottest trends and looks can now be found on the Formula One paddock and courtside at the US Open. And with the World Cup right around the corner, I'm even more excited to see what we'll get from there. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So before we dive in, I'm Isabel. So make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because if you're into fashion and internet culture, this channel might be just for you. So let's get into it. When celebrities start skipping Fashion Week for the final rounds of tennis, you know something's happening. But thanks to the creative director musical chairs from last year, we had a new anticipation for fashion shows. So where are we now? Sports and fashion are no longer on separate tracks. Athletes are designing collections, their partners go viral for their outfits, and I haven't forgotten about that Birkin that won the Super Bowl. Let's talk about Formula One, because the drivers, the girlfriends, and the audience are all getting increasingly more stylish as the years go by. You have Lewis Hamilton, who has been about fashion for years now, rocking custom Burberry, Balenciaga, plus 44. He even launched a Dior collab with actual design input. And then you have the most recent world champion, Lando Norris, who also has his own streetwear line, LN4, and recently influenced the internet into wearing more orange as his winning streak increased last season. This makes audiences a lot more expectant for the races and the looks as well. Okay, and we can't ignore the wives and the girlfriends. You have Kelly Piquet, Kika Gomez. Alex in particular is the paddock muse. She has an artist background and perfectly styled outfit. She's so intentional with her image, and that has landed her partnerships with brands like Rode and even coverage from Vogue and a growing number of TikTok style breakdowns. She has definitely set a new standard for that aspirational sports luxe style. But they're not the only ones with this kind of power, because tennis core has also been just about everywhere, and it makes a full-blown comeback every single summer. Pleated mini skirts and polos are now for everybody and now accessible to everybody. You have brands like Lacoste, Sporty and Rich, Gucci pushing tennis inspired drops deep into mainstream fashion. And the athletes themselves have also tapped into the fashion scene. Serena Williams and her S by Serena brand, Nike collabs, and statement making catsuits are praised for technical innovation and for smashing dress codes. Naomi Osaka's capsules with Nike and Levi's are loved for their boldness, inclusivity, and genuine street appeal. And of course, courtside fashion. A few years ago, there was a drop in the appeal of fashion weeks. The US Open carried a lot of prestige and global broadcasting, and this makes it the perfect spot to be seen. So the question is, are we moving away from fashion weeks? Of course not. We did see a rise in courtside fashion and a huge focus on what people were wearing on the paddock that we missed in New York Fashion Week. But the end of last year and this year in particular, when we were expecting so many changes in major fashion houses, people were more expectant and looking out for fashion weeks. I think we will keep having times when there are certain events that are the center of attention, and because there are particularly stylish athletes, it might seem like they will overshadow fashion weeks, but that doesn't mean that fashion weeks are going anywhere. And as per usual, major events are going to bring in some amazing fashion moments. So I definitely think that fashion weeks will remain. And hopefully we get more fashionable sporting events as well, because who doesn't want to see more amazing outfits? It's very interesting when you have something like sports that is always considered to be so far away from fashion, and then you have a few stylish individuals that will just drive all of this massive attention towards their outfits, yes, but also towards the sport. Okay, so which one do you like better? Courtside fashion or style on the paddock? Let me know in the comments. And if you're into fashion history, brand deep dives, and just random commentary, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. See you next time. Bye.